Hi, my name is Maiya, and I'm an interpreter for California State Parks. And today we're going to learn about a redwood Yurok house. And this is a living house. And it's made of different things. Like these ties that you tie your house together with are hazel sticks. And sometimes they might be grapevine. And so these are obviously a stick. So how do we get them to twist up and be able to hold these houses together? They grow straight up just like a regular stick would, and you would cut them and bring them to a fire, and you would kind of move it around in the fire until it starts to pop, and then you twist and twist them and twist them until they get to look like this. And you can kind of see up close that they are twisted, and so it turns into like a rope rope. And this is one way that they would do it, or there would be grapevine. And if you didn't know, we use nylon too. Just kidding. No, these houses are, there's 3 houses at Sumeg, and they're all under construction, so they're being redone because each house gets redone within a certain amount of time, because that was the upkeep of your house, just like you would have chores. And so this entire house is made out of redwood. And so redwood is really important to us. And so this house was made out of fallen redwood, not cut down redwood. So it was all fallen traditionally. And so they have their tools that they would use, like elk horn, to chip out of it, and fire. So they would make all of these boards. But sometimes when they fell, they were so big that they would explode and make plank-like things like this, so they didn't have to do a lot of work. And this right here that I'm standing on is a porch. This was where you would hang out during the day, where maybe the kids or the mom or the grandmother would hang out, and they would weave their baskets or maybe dry fish or deer meat or acorns out here. And we're going to move to the side of the house. So these rocks along the house, they go all the way around the house, and this is for insulation, keep you warm. And these, like I said, were all burnt and scraped to the right size. And you can see those little grooves from that. And there's also almost like gutters. So all of these boards are all bent and curved to a certain way where rain comes in, that these are like the gutters, and there's no water getting into this house. And then when we look up here, there is like a skylight. And from the inside, you would move across the boards to have the sun come in or to draw the smoke out. And there's also a gap right in between these boards and the ones that are on the ground that also is a vent to have all the smoke and airflow come in and out. Men and women have both different ways of getting in the house. So women would go feet first, so they would go backwards with their head looking out there, and men would go head first. And the reason why women did that is because they'd be wearing traditional dress, and they'd be wearing bark skirt, and so it wasn't ideal to have them sticking their butt out that way and going in. So you also see this round shaped door. Not like a rectangular door, but this is for the purpose of predators. So villages are usually built on meadows or long pieces of area without trees and things like that, so that they could see out and see predators. And so when you're coming out of your house, you see a bear maybe like 30 feet that way, and it starts to come towards you. Can't fit in there. Too big. there's also other animals that aren't able to fit their bodies in there. They could stick their heads in there, but they can't make it in there. And there's also a plug or something to cover the hole at night. With that being said, I'm gonna go in there. Welcome to the inside of the house. So this house is like a medium-sized house. So there's larger houses at Sumeg, where I'm at right now. And so this long area, you can see that I could probably lay in it because I'm not very tall. But this area was for storage. So as you can see, I walk along, this area goes all the way around the house. This is for baskets and different items you would keep in your house. Maybe storage of food, storage of different things. Just kind of like what you would keep in your closet, blankets and stuff. And so there's lots of room for storage and things like that. So they would keep larger baskets and things, and yeah. These are some stairs that we use to go down. So this is where you're hanging out, where you're sleeping, where you're eating. They would lay along the fire to keep themselves warm, and there'd be typically not just your immediate family. So for me, it would probably be my mom, my brothers, my sister, and my grandma, and my cousins and my aunties. Because there's no word in Yurok for first cousins, so they were like your brothers and sisters. So that's a lot of people in this house. This is one way you kept warm, but also sleeping so far from the top of the ground also keeps you really warm. So this is where they would sleep, and they would do a lot of their hanging out in here. Thank you for listening, and if you want more information about Sumeg Village, go to Sumeg Village Programs and the Yurok Tribe website.